What up, what up, what up? Coach Mike coming at you. I'm already ready for work. Did things a little bit different today. I woke up at 4:30 and I read for an hour. And that was just awesome. First I prayed, I read for an hour, I read a book that my sister gave me actually. The Restless Heart. Boom. So, yesterday I was reading something by Joyce Meyer, and this morning I was reading this. One thing about reading is you can break the rules a little bit. You don't have to finish a book in order to move on to the next one. Arnold Schwarzenegger said something really important, or really significant, that could kind of help you break the rules a little bit. He said, break the rules in life, but don't break the law. But don't be afraid to break the rules. Jeff Bezos says something. He says, the one thing that he did not try to break is the law of physics. So that's the thing that I'm going to try to talk to you guys today about, is although we try to reach our goals, there are still rules that we have to follow. And, like people say, nature has the last laugh. We can't change some things. So this video is about the importance and power of connection. Okay? So the one thing that I was reading is we can't really be happy without people. Like, I would love to just, read and become great and do all these things and take all the time that I need to just thrust forward in a year, But I can't do that because I won't be happy. And if I'm not happy and if I'm not enjoying this journey, you guys are going to notice that, and you guys are going to see, well, he may come at, us every day with these great videos, but what's his life look behind the lines, he might go out there and try to be great, but what does it look like in real life, So I've got to keep balance. I've got to keep connections with people, with family, with friends, with loved ones, So there's a balance to making these videos. There's a balance to wanting to do research every day and needing to take naps and, just doing what I have to do to make this happen, but also being happy. So there's one quote that I really like from Joyce Meyer, and I'm going to read it to you guys. Let's see here. She says that she's tried to think of a problem that is not rooted in selfishness, and she hasn't been able to come up with one. Now, there's a lot of logistics that go along with that statement. That's a big generalization, but she's like 70 years old, so I'm going to take her word for it. I'm not going to get technical and say, well, insomnia, I don't know if that's a selfish issue, but there's things that, I'm sure I could do some research and figure out the depth of that message, but I know that it's really true, in the sense that, when I'm pursuing my dreams, I can still get caught up. I can still get caught up in thinking, well, no, this is going to be in my way, and if I don't do the things that I need to do, it's just not going to work out for me, and so I'm not going to make time for this or for this connection, because it might hold me back. But sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. So the one thing that is true it's just a general truth. The people who have more friends are more happy, right? The people who are part of something bigger than themselves are more happy. So as I'm trying to make this balance and pursue my dreams as a leader, as a motivational speaker, I want to help 1 million people one day, and then when I get there I want to double that. So that's going to take a lot of work. I hear E.T. the hip hop preacher say he gets up at 3 in the morning and now he's chasing Tony Robbins. Somehow he caught him. He was a high school dropout. He was homeless. And he's catching Tony Robbins. How is he doing that? It's because he's putting in the work. But there's got to be a balance. I know his personal life, he's got a very happy marriage too. So the one thing that I notice when I'm a little bit out of balance is the moment that I don't have joy and enthusiasm for what I'm doing, that means I'm out of balance. That means that there's something that I need to change. Like yesterday, I wanted to come home, I wanted to nap, and I wanted to work, and I wanted to do some more research and get ready for the next day, right? And my sister asked me to go to the dog park. And I was like, I just believed in my heart that was something that God wanted me to do. He was like, he kind of was talking to me, Michael, I think you're a little bit out of balance, I want you to spend some time with people. And not that I don't, but there's a lot of people that I care about, and so there's a balance of spending time with those people. And I just think it's so important to recognize that if you're coming to the top and you don't have anybody to share that with, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Connection doesn't just go with people, but it also has to do with that interconnection and nature, right? So, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we're talking about rules that you can't break. One is to be happy, you have to be a part of something bigger than yourself. You have to have purpose. Two, you have to have humility. You really, really, really do. Whether you're spiritual or not, I mean, I'm not going to get into a debate here, but to be successful, you have to bow down to things that are bigger than yourself, right? Whether that be, you call it the universe, I call it God, I call it the Holy Spirit, Jesus. You have to be able to bow down to these rules that are bigger than yourself, and don't try to make up the rules. People say don't try to reinvent the wheel. You can try to do something new and create a new invention, but while you're along that path, don't try and break the rules. Don't try and sit here and put on this facade of being great and working every day to do amazing things when you don't really have a happy life, because people are going to see that, so oh man, I'm full of passion today. I'm so excited. I was listening to E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher this morning. I got his PhD CD. I've got the Love Revolution I'm reading. I've got the Restless Heart I'm reading. And I've got like 5-6 more books in the mail, and I'm so excited to share more with you guys. I can't wait. I love making these videos. I hope this one was good for you today. Let me see if there's anything else that I can share with you. I took notes on a bunch of stuff. This is the good one. From the richest to the poorest, poverty of heart does not discriminate where it finds a home. So again, this goes to rock stars. I was reading the Love Revolution, and it was talking about this rock star who had everything he wanted in life, and he realized that didn't make him happy. There was a story in the Bible, I don't remember who exactly it was, but he said, I've had experience with all things. He had all the money in the world, all the women he wanted, etc., etc. But without God, there's something inside of us that it's just how we were designed, that there's this hole, and only God can fill that hole. So don't try and do this without Him. I'm telling you, I know I'm pointing and getting serious, but I'm telling you, to be fulfilled, we were designed, there is this hole inside of us that only God can fill. Only His love, peace, and grace can fill. So start your day with Him. Alright, more. Let's see here. Physically, if you are searching for the good life, the Holy Spirit can guide you. So this quote kind of goes into what I'm saying. Don't jump out of the fire into the frying pan. Don't try and be super successful when you're not trying to follow the laws of nature. You've got to have connection. You've got to be part of something bigger than yourself. You've got to not just be selfish. You've got to include people in what you're doing. You've got to share what you're learning. You know, don't try and be super successful and learn all these principles and not share with people what you're doing, not share with people what you're learning. Don't be selfish with that stuff. Share it. And that's what I'm trying to do with you guys. What else is there? We were all designed a certain way where just over the years we've been programmed. We've been programmed to feel like food will be scarce. When you find sugar, when you find fat, when you find extra energy, you need to eat as much as you can. Those are the voices in your head. So this goes to knowing the difference between the voice of the Holy Spirit and knowing the voice of just that thing that tries to lead you in the wrong path. You know, you've got to know sin from what's good. You know, and I still have it coming my way. You know, sometimes it'll say, Michael, what are you doing? You're kind of stuffing your face. You know, why are you eating like that? Or, Michael, you should have held the door. And I do hold the door often. Sometimes I slip up, though. I'm not perfect. I'm still working on it every day. You know, sometimes I get, you know, Michael, you're spending too much time on yourself, and you need balance. And I follow that. You know, I listen to that voice. You know, initially the voice that gets me in trouble is, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that, or you're not going to be happy. But really, you know, I've got to listen to God and listen to what I've just been taught in the Bible. You know, you got to put Him first. And I swear, sometimes I hear Him say, like, Michael, I want more time with you. And I'm like, okay, you know, I need to work on that. And I'll take action, you know, that day. This message is getting a little long. Let me see what else I have for you guys. Just ask yourself this. I'll end with this. The importance of connection, right? Ask yourself, are you part of an interlocking web? Join a movement. Join like-minded people. That's one thing that I love about this Beachbody thing and these groups is the connectivity, you know, the like-minded people. I can't stress enough how awesome Beachbody is and how awesome these groups are. And I so much enjoy sharing the things that I'm learning every day. And I hope you guys enjoy these messages. I've got more coming for you. I'm so excited. I love you guys. Have a great day. Happy Friday. God bless. Peace.